Welcome back to Living and Investing in Cancun. This time around, we are casting the spotlight on a new development called Ocean View, located in the heart of Playa del Carmen. In this video, we will be talking a little bit about what Playa has to offer, in case you're unfamiliar, and of course, what Ocean View has to offer as well. So that hopefully by the end of this video, we'll have helped you arrive at your own conclusion as to whether or not it might be right for you. Stay tuned. Hey again, everybody. My name is Frank. I am the man in the chair, and I am partnered with the lovely Diana, a licensed agent with Net Real Estate, and we help people just like you who are wanting to either live or invest in Cancun or its surrounding areas find that perfect spot. So do not hesitate, whether you are 9 days away or 90, reach out to our team, whether you shoot us a text, send us an email, give us a call any day of the week, any time of day. It is what we love to do. So yes, as mentioned in this video, we are talking about a brand new project currently under development called Ocean View. There is lots to cover, so let's get right to it. For starters, let's talk location. As mentioned earlier, Ocean View is located in the heart of Playa del Carmen. And in case you didn't know, Playa del Carmen is a very popular destination, both for residential and tourism. It's a very livable city with a great quality of life. It has a loaded downtown life, and because the city is located on the coastline, you have easy access to the beach as well. This makes Playa a little bit unique because take Cancun, for example. Of course, it is relatively near ocean. That's what everybody pictures when they think of Cancun, but its actual downtown is a bit removed from the shoreline. In Playa del Carmen, you also have the very popular Fifth Avenue. It is totally pedestrian. It is a famous street full of restaurants, shopping, nightlife. What's interesting as well about Playa is that it really does lend itself to most lifestyles. In addition to all of the aforementioned things, it even has cool little spots for foodies which are blossoming, an abundance of public beaches as well, not privatized by hotels, but of course you also have the option of beach clubs. It has an element of professionalism in addition to, of course, the tourism. It even has recently installed cycling lanes for safety, which is the type of thing you'd see in a place like Portland or Austin. And worth mentioning, one of its major industries is actually healthcare. You've got an abundance of hospitals and doctors, and of course, while most places everywhere are getting more and more and more expensive, Playa is no different. However, in contrast to a lot of the booming places in the United States, for example, Playa is still relatively considered affordable. In addition to that, similar to a place like Tulum, for example, which is also part of this larger, more broad area called Riviera Maya, it has a culture of people interested in things like holistic medicine, an alternative lifestyle, spiritualism, etc. Not only that, Playa del Carmen is great for families too. It even has early childhood education, a great amount of diversity. I mean, you're going to see a lot of Americans there as well, and great residential communities, perhaps more so than other cities within Riviera Maya. Worth mentioning as well, and because of all of the things I just talked about, Playa del Carmen is among the top tourist destinations worldwide, and it accounts for 50% of Mexico's overall tourism rates, averaging around 6.5 million tourists per year, and on average about 76% occupancy of vacation rentals. It has 10 world-class natural and theme parks, protected biospheres, nature reserves, around 400 hotels and resorts, so on and so forth, seeing a population growth of 110% in the past 10 years and around 425% in the past 20, which makes it basically the fastest growing place in all of Latin America, with an annual average population growth rate of 8.4%, averaging between 10 and 30% of annual return on investment. So with all that said, one can conclude that this location is terrific, at least as far as investments go. And no, I'm not trying to put on the realtor hat and be slimy and gross and say it's perfect. No, no place is perfect, right? But it does parallel the types of places, especially that you see in the States, that are for the longest time these small towns, and then all of a sudden there's a boom, an influx of people. Places that come to mind would be, say, Nashville, Tennessee, Austin, Texas, even to some extent Albany and upstate New York, so on and so forth, which in the world of living or investing is the idea. It's a match made in heaven. So no, it might not be the perfect place for you, but if nothing else, keep it in mind. All right, now that we've talked rather extensively about what Playa del Carmen is about and what it has to offer, now let's finally talk about the development itself, which is Ocean View. Ocean View, as mentioned, is in the heart of Playa. And get this, it is basically up the street from the famous Fifth Avenue. In other words, it is in the heart of where everything is happening. You've got the shopping area, you've got the bars, you've got the restaurants, you've got walking distance essentially to the beach. Ocean View is a 6-story building offering 85 units. It offers a rooftop area to relax. It'll have an infinity pool. It'll have a bar loaded with lounge chairs, Balinese beds, restrooms, showers, commercial areas as well. It'll have restaurants, its own cafeteria, working spaces, and the usual fitness area, as well as a spa. So among the floor plans, which I will be showing more renders of, you have your studio floor plan, you have your 1-bedroom floor plan, and you have your 2-bedroom lock-off floor plan. And in case you're unfamiliar with what a lock-off floor plan is, it is basically a dream come true if you are wanting to either live there or just rent it out, or do both. So basically with a lock-off, you can have the entire unit to yourself, or you can lock it off and live in one part residentially and rent the other part out. Or if you want to just not live there, you can rent out the entire unit to one party, or you can lock it off and rent it out to 2 different parties at once, doubling what you're making. That's what I find so amazing about these projects and developments in Cancun, in Playa, in Tulum, etc., is that they, of course, are amazing if you want to live there and you want to treat it as your main home, your secondary home, etc., but they also design it with investors in mind, which for me is just very impressive. It's not something that you see all the time, especially in the States. Something else you don't often see, which I briefly alluded to earlier in this video, is affordability. So let's talk pricing. On the most affordable end of the spectrum, which of course is going to be the very smallest end of the spectrum, the square footage for the studio will be around 300 or 400 square feet. Assuming you're thinking what I already thought, because that was my reaction too, and I can go ahead and say this because it's not like they're paying me, that is very small, right? However, for a price tag of around $180,000, that's all of a sudden, it makes a bit more sense, especially in the context of people who might go for just a weekend and rent out a room. Now, on the other end of the spectrum, the least affordable and therefore the most spacious is going to be right around 900 square feet for around $625,000. Either way, all that said, those are the 2 extremes of the spectrum. More realistically, you have ranges of the square footage and price between those 2 price points, between those 2 measures of square feet. I would read them all out to you because I do have the price list, I do have the inventory, but as mentioned, there are 85 of them, and we do not want an hour-long video on our hands. And now last but certainly not least, worth mentioning as well is what Ocean View offers. They offer things like in-house payment plans. They have up to 48 installments. They just offer an overall payment flexibility. For example, that unit I mentioned that goes for $181,000, if you were to put 30% down, then the price will drop to $177,000, things of that nature. And so for all of the aforementioned reasons, on one hand, especially if you're looking for a vacation rental, Ocean View might be exactly what you're looking for. You've got extremely high demand, you've got insane location with Fifth Avenue, with the beach, the restaurants, the shopping, all of that nightlife, etc. Lock-off floor plans designed to be turned into investments. You've got the abundance of amenities, you've got the tourism, you've got the lifestyle, you've got the fact that Playa as a city is just booming. And on the other hand, for other reasons already mentioned in this video, Ocean View just might not be what you're looking for. And that's okay. Not every place is for everyone. Not every project or development is for everyone. At the end of the day, ultimately, it's about finding that perfect spot and of course finding that perfect opportunity, which again is what we are here for. But the only way we can help you is by you reaching out to us. So again, do not hesitate. Whether you are 9 days away or 90, reach out to our team. Whether you shoot us a text, send us an email, give us a call any day of the week, any time of day. On this channel, we talk about living and investing in Cancun and its surrounding areas, so be sure to subscribe if you haven't already and ring that little bell to get notified anytime we put out a new video. Let us know your thoughts in the comments down below. Click the like button if we've been providing any value for you. Share it with anybody you know, and until the next one, you guys, my name is Frank. This is Living and Investing in Cancun, and we will absolutely catch you later.